the range shot and stumping, and just the bounce and the fact that it was Matt's first over, you're still figuring out what the pitch was going to do.
Yeah, I guess instinct takes over when you see a ball bounce like that. I don't think many of us were probably expecting an 8-degree turning ball that early in the game, but it was nice to hold on to that and then for us to get a bit of momentum, and I think for Cooney as well, a lot of confidence out of that wicket especially, and then Gill not long after. So it was nice after we missed a couple of reviews to get that one. I thought once the big screen showed the nick, I thought he might have settled in for a nice 150 or something like that, just to rub it in. So as we saw, it was challenging conditions throughout the match, but it was nice to get that one away and for us to get on a bit of a roll after that.
And what were the combos in that first over, those two reviews?
We never... I don't know if angry is the word. We never sort of dwell too long on them. We understand this game happens pretty quickly. You got split. A really short amount of time to make decisions out there on let's go for it or not. We burn a few reviews in Delhi pretty early, and then you probably think, hang on, has he nicked at first ball? So a few little things. We didn't get a great noise behind there. There was, the crowd's pretty loud at times, so. We missed that one. And then the second one, Gaz he thought it was going high, which is absolutely fine early on. And we stick to our process, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, we move on. Yeah.
Where does that pitch rank in terms of ones you've kept on? I guess Gaul last year was pretty tough. Where is it in sort of that
Gaul, I had a ball hit me in the head, and so did I, at, where are we? Indoor as well. So those two obviously are quite up there in terms of turn and bounce. I think Gaul was probably more consistently turn and bounce, and indoor had a few up and down. So look, it's fun being out there. It's challenging for everyone, and it was great to be on the right end of this one. And I guess losing the toss, it wasn't too bad in the end, but. It was fun, I think.
Did you turn to anybody for advice about keeping in India? It's kind of considered the biggest test, isn't it?
Yeah, I speak to guys regularly that have played for Australia in terms of Haddon and Gilchrist, and Ian Hilly's always in the corner there. Tim Nielsen at South Australia is a guy I've worked with now for a number of years, so bounce things off him. And then once you sort of land over here, you get a bit of a feel. I think our training wickets have been really difficult as well, so it's been nice to actually stand in a training wicket and keep to our bowlers. You don't always do that in Australia. The nets are a bit shorter, and you probably go about your business more standing back. So I think just to land here and get stuck in and get dirty and understand it's going to be a tough tour behind the stumps and still another game to go. So my focus is solely on helping this team perform there as well. But it's been enjoyable. We'd like a few more runs, but I think behind the stumps, it's been fun. So, like I said, one more game to go, so keep my focus there.
I know it's team game and all, but you allow yourself a little bit of pride on keeping a clean sheet in that first innings as well?
I think more than anything, it probably helps just with the scoreboard. If we link sort of 10, 15, 20 runs, it's quite a lot on that wicket. So, in terms of our sundries, it was nice to reduce those, and can turn out to be an extra batter at times. So, you don't really think about it at the time. You probably look back and go, that was pretty good. But, a few nice little bruises as well, just to get the body behind them.
You said 8 degrees of turn or something on that one, the Sharma stumping. Like, is that the kind of thing that you're looking at, in breaks, how much these guys are spinning it and like kind of scientific analysis like that as well?
I'm not. There's a few scientific cricket nuffies in our group that might have a look at what length and how much spin. But no, it's not. You react out there. Balls are going to explode off length, and I think even Starkey bowled a half volley that sort of exploded up. So you're out there reacting to what you see. I think as a batting group, we know it's going to be difficult. We know that the 8-degree ball might not get the wicket. It might be the one that doesn't spin as well. So, yeah, as players, you try to clear your mind as much as you can and focus on what is coming down and do your best from there. So, I think in Nagpur, Uzi had a half volley that spun 8 degrees and he nicks it, and you go, well, there's not much you can do about that. So, yeah, for us, we've stayed really positive throughout the 2 losses. We've backed our method, we've backed our training plan, we've had really good discussions around believing in what we believe in, and we were lucky enough to get that result we desired. So again, we'll train hard when we get to Ahmedabad, we'll assess the conditions, and we'll go again. We'll double down on what we have been doing all throughout the series.
You've been hit in the head, and you said you got a couple of bruises. Where are the bruises? Like where?
Just on the shoulders.
Right.
Big shoulders, so.
You had a really nice view of the couple of spells that Tom Murphy's bowled to Virat Kohli over the series. Like, what's that been like to observe sort of the way that he's, I suppose, tested both edges, worked Virat across the crease? I suppose the way that he got him out on the first day was kind of the blueprint, really, for how he was trained.
Yeah, I think credit to the 2 young bowlers coming in and not playing the batsmen, playing the conditions, playing the way that they have been for their state. So for Todd, he bowls differently to Gaz. Although he copies him in everything else, he does bowl differently. So, he threatens the outside edge. He'll bowl the same ball and it might spin. But he's very accurate and he understands the game for a young guy that, he's going to have, I guess, I'll probably look to that first. Second innings, he bowled 14 overs for 18 runs at a time where, Matty was leaking a little bit. So for him to do that, that's a huge role. Although he didn't get the wickets, we acknowledge that spell of bowling, the dryness that he had from his end. So, yeah, he's been fantastic. He's super confident. He'll continue to learn and get better. So, yeah, I'm not surprised what I'm seeing with Toddy. I played a little bit against him, played an Australia A game with him, and once I captained in that Australia A game, I knew he was a guy that will take control of what he wants to do.
Do you concur with the whole idea that he's the oldest 22-year-old?
Yeah, look, he's really switched on, and I think that's the beauty of these guys. They're problem solvers at a young age now. I think Cameron Green as well, the way that he played for a 23-year-old, first time in India. There's some huge, signs there that he's got the game in all conditions with the bat. So yeah, for our new guys, our younger guys, and then our older guys helping them, it's been a really nice dynamic.
And just one more. Steve's catch. Did you see the ball flash past you and sort of think in that millisecond that's 4?
Yeah, it all happens really quickly, and for him, it sort of happens in slow-mo a little bit as well, if that makes sense. It was past me, I threw my leg out, and then I just saw his mitt sort of come out of nowhere and pluck it, and we saw the excitement and the energy that catch brought to Steve, just knowing how big a moment that was in the test match for us. So huge moment for him, huge moment for the team, but his leadership as well, just to throw that in there, was fantastic in the absence of Paddy.
You and Trav are close friends. How pleased are you with how the last, particularly this week, but the 2 games in the senses he's come back have gone for him, and how he's responded to the challenge of not playing the first test?
No surprises how he's come back in. He was hugely disappointed not to be in that first test match, which is good. Shows his passion and desire to improve and play in all conditions and perform. But the way he responded is we've seen it now is been fantastic. And I think, there was a little bit of talk on the back of playing in tough conditions. They still are tough conditions and it will be tough, but for him to get some, nice scores in 40, which is quite a few over here, has been fantastic off the back of, Sri Lanka and Pakistan. So he's proven he's an all-round player. I think he's ranked number 4 in the world still, and there's a reason for that. So, it's not surprising. It was, and I think probably a little bit of a different innings for Trav in that second innings, absorbing. I probably thought he was going to play some shots earlier. But him to stay calm in those conditions, and then eventually it opened up for him, was great for him, was great for us, and will give him a lot of confidence now.
Are you able to just talk us through how special it is to be part of a test match win in India? They're so hard to come by.
Yeah.
The second one since 2004.
Yeah, I think for a lot of us too, it's first tours over here. So we came over here wanting to win games and win the series, and for the older guys, been over here a few times now, just reinforcing the other night how special that win was for them, and for this playing group. It's Cooney's second game, so he probably thinks it's what happens. But we understand as a group just what it means, what it takes, and I think the resilience after the first two games where it didn't go to plan, but we played good periods of cricket and we had opportunities to win, so we never lost confidence in that. Hugely rewarding. Been listening to a lot of media outlets back home and how much they've got around us after this win. So it means a lot for us here, a lot for the guys back home as well. And it was nice to get a win in, like I said, the absence of Paddy as well.
Did it give the group a fair bit of confidence knowing that you can do it over here and it's not just an impossible task?
Oh, we had confidence, and we didn't lose. Although we were disappointed with the result in Delhi, we never lost the confidence in what we were doing and the skill of this playing group. So, internally we wanted to level the series after Delhi. We obviously wanted to do better than that before Delhi, but we wanted to come back after a few days off, think about it, train it, understand what it does take to win over here, and go out and execute again, and keep believing. So we played a really good game. We know it is one game over here, and we want to back that up and finish this series off in a really positive way. And if we can win two over here, we know how special that will be. So we're excited. We were happy with the result, but we're still focused that there's another game to go. So not letting it get out of hand too much.
Go ahead, Blue.
What about just on the tail? Like, that's probably been the one bit from all three tests where you're not counting you part of the tail, of course, but you do. Yeah, you do bat.
You opens.
Well, point you bat with these guys. Is there anything different that those guys from 8 to 11 can do differently going into the last test to improve on?
I think it is one of those things as well where it's so hard to start for any player. So we're asking guys to play in different environments where, and they're real early as well in terms of Kuhneman and Murphy. And Gaz has got a great sweep shot, so he looks fine. Starkey's back in. Paddy played a nice 30. But, I think if we go out and try to slog and get a few runs that way, if it goes pear-shaped, are we happy to live with that? Or if they go out and try to survive with the batter, we know that there's a ball with their name on it. So, I think we'll have those discussions. We know that we haven't given enough at the tail there, but we also understand that India's batting lineup's very, very strong. So they bat all the way down to 10 really. We'll talk about it. We'll no doubt, us from 7 to 11, we'll have those conversations about how we can navigate and try to get, 10, 15 runs each more. We've acknowledged it, but we'll practice and try to come up with a method.
Alex, Steve's talked about, I think Ronnie said that he's talked to you guys about, being happy with how you fail. Looking at your innings by that measure, are you sort of happy with the dismissals, like the way you tried to play? I think, for me, I had some confidence out of the first game, and then getting out defending. Am I happy with that? Not really. I think probably just sticking to my method now and understanding if you chase it too much, then you might get yourself into trouble. So, back my strength in trying to score, with the sweeps and, manipulate a little bit more that way.
yeah, it does in India. If you change your method too much, it's it goes pretty quickly. So yeah, I'll continue to be positive over here. We all know that our players play differently, and Trav will play an aggressive nature, and Pete will grind out runs, and he's played beautifully, and Steve does it his way. So we've all got different methods, and internally we live with that. So yeah, looking forward to another opportunity at Ahmedabad, and get down and get the broom out again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, fellas.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Over.